do much mantra meditation, so specifically kirtan, so focusing on the sound of these yoga mantras. You don't have to think of anything in particular, just relax and soak up the sound of the mantras. And so I'll be leading it, and then you guys repeat when I'm not singing. So it's a purifying process, cleanses the heart and the mind. So I'm going to start off with a couple of prayers, just offering respects to my spiritual teacher. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Sira Svarpananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Sira Svarpananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Asha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Your turn. Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Your turn. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Your turn. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana
Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama
Let's chant together. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. One more time. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite Amir forward for a guided session.
Alrighty, Haribol. Welcome everyone. So we are going to have a short guided meditation together now and have a quick journey within. So we normally do lots of journeys without external world. So this time around we want to have a journey within to see the actual world in which us atmas or spirit souls are living. So please sit in a comfy position for me, very relaxed, shoulders back, heads upright, and gently close your eyes. So, there is always one big hassle, one big enemy on our way, on the road to achieve success. Any way you define success, whether it's attaining peace, enlightenment, anything, the first and foremost enemy is our own mind. And guess what? Unless you take a proactive approach in adopting authentic meditation and meditating regularly, your mind is going to be untamed, giving you a hard time. So in this guided practice, we are going to first, we do a pre-meditation to focus on our breath and bring our attention from multiple things onto one thing, which is our own breathing. And then we add transcendental yoga sound vibrations into our practice, the Goranga mantra, turning our practice into an actual meditation practice. So please focus on your breath. We tend to breathe in through our nostrils for many reasons. One reason is that nose filters the air, and one other reason actually is the fact that there is a subtle energy chakra at the back of our nasal cavity, which can allow us to absorb subtle energy in air called prana or chi. So please take a deep breath in through your nose and out. On the exhale, you can make a little sound. One more time, deep breath in and out. The inward breath is refreshing and outward breath is relaxing. So we are going to add the mantra Goranga into our practice. Goranga has 4 syllables. Go, ra, anga. So these wonderful mantras we chant, including Goranga, Om Hari Om, Gopala, Govinda, Krishna. These are actually not material sound vibrations. These are spiritual sound vibrations, extremely potent to purify our heart and mind, get rid of all the dust and debris accumulated around our consciousness, and getting rid of negative emotions we might be holding in our heart and mind, hatred, envy, anger, so on and so forth, fear. The best means to get purified from all these negative emotions. And that's just the side effect. Where the major effect is residing is actually for us to explore our goal of life and experience union with our spiritual source. Alright, so let's listen to this mantra a couple of more times. One more time listening, and when we join, and after that we join the guys in the background. Alright, let's join. Deep breath in. Let's do 2 more. All right, thank you so much. Please keep your eyes closed and without repeating the mantra, just let the sound to resonate in your mind and to wash away any negative thoughts or negative emotions you might be holding. So please bring your focus back to the room and where your body is right now. And you can now gently open your eyes and probably putting your palm together, creating some nice warmth and massaging your face and your neck. All right, thank you so much, guys. So this is Goranga meditation. Quite nice and easy way to meditate. So basically, I tend to love doing Goranga meditation in the morning when I wake up, right? You don't have to spend half an hour, even a couple of minutes, right? Just waking up. And in the morning is actually when lots of different thoughts attack us, especially Monday morning, tomorrow morning, right? So beginning of the week, after 2 days of break, everyone's going back to work, right? So why not waking up, taking deep breath in, and on the exhale saying Goranga, and just doing that for a couple of minutes. We can actually do that right now, a couple of times, all of us together. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, you know how to do it. So let's do it together. Deep breath in, and please join me in the exhale. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Simple as that. So let's just begin your day with this beautiful meditation practice and make that a habit. So according to science, if you do certain thing for at least 21 consecutive days, that becomes a habit. And what habit can be more effective and beautiful than authentic meditation? So please do me a favor, and if you like, have that in the morning as first thing when you wake up. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time, guys. I would like to invite our dear friend to give us a lecture on spirituality. Is it Jiva tonight or Tad? Jiva? Okay. Our dear friend Jiva Krishnadas is going to give us a lecture on yoga wisdom. Please welcome Jiva. Haribol. Namaste.
Hey everybody, a bit quiet tonight. We'll just have a little meditation before our talk. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Om Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana. Okay, so we're our usual practice in this program. We're going to speak a little bit about yoga and meditation, and I've got a topic, but I was just before we go to that, I'll just pause a little bit, and if anybody's got a question about this practice of yoga chanting or kirtan. I think most of the people here have done it, before. So if there's any questions about the practice that maybe you're not sure about or would like to know, I'll try and help. I'm not sure whether I can. I've been doing this for a little while, so. You okay? Everybody? I'm not sure whether you are. So I guess we could say, there's a lot of different ideas about what this meditation is for. And in general, what meditation is for. And one of the, really kind of, don't like to overuse the word profound, but I could say one of the really profound things that I've learnt, from my teacher, and is that there's two kind of main kind of ways that people look at meditation, what it's for. In other words, we're all sitting here together, individuals, and a lot of people see meditation as a self-contained kind of practice, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like, like eating. It's a self-contained pleasure that we do. Is that right? I mean, it's kind of a pleasure. It's it's good, it's practical. We're supposed to eat to live and so on. You heard that saying, we eat to live, we don't live to eat. You come across that one? That's what they tell all the fat people like me. You're supposed to eat to live, man. Like, you don't live to eat. Anyway, so... But what the point I'm getting at is it's a self-contained activity, isn't it? Like if I'm sitting here eating, you don't enjoy it. You can't, unless you're really. That's actually wrong. You don't actually enjoy the actual eating thing, but you might, if you're a really sensitive person and you might see that, oh gee, that guy's starving. I'm really happy that he's got some food. You might get some pleasure out of that, on behalf of the other person. Sure, that kind of thing. But generally, it's what I'm trying to get at, it's a self-contained experience. You're having the food. Let's try and think of a better example. Say, maybe music. You're sitting there on your own. You've got your earphones on. It's just you and the music, and you're having some enjoyment there, right? So... a lot of times people think of meditation in this way too. It's some kind of self-contained experience. It's just me, and I'm going to do this practice, and I'm going to get something from it, me. Is everybody with me? Is that kind of, so this is how a lot of people approach meditation, and it's not strictly, it happens like that, but it's not strictly true. Or put it this way, that's a more limited view of meditation. It's a more limited understanding of what meditation is. It's actually more than that. And you can understand how it's limited and how meditation's more than that by taking on board some very important information, yoga knowledge or yoga wisdom as it's called. And we speak about this all the time, this yoga wisdom concerning our identity, who we actually are. And once we have that, I'll just go through it very quickly. I know some of you have, fully aware of this, but I'll just mention it very briefly. And this wisdom, yoga wisdom, these basic, you'd call it the foundations of yoga practice. It's the foundation, what yoga practices are based on. And, the first, there's three aspects to this wisdom. Or put it this way, there's two basic features of this wisdom, and the third aspect is basically how we act on that those two foundations. And the first foundation concerns our identity. We're spiritual in essence. I won't belabor the point because I think most people that come here have, got a concept. There's a distinction between you and your physical body. Is everybody okay with that, or do we need to go into it? Everybody's good? I see nodding. Okay. So this is a basic foundation. Most people that are into yoga, one form of yoga or another, have this, at least theoretically we accept that, there's a difference between me and my body. So we're spiritual in essence. This is in the Bhagavad Gita. We're spiritual, something other than the body. So most people get that. Everybody pretty much who goes to yoga or, has some kind of concept of yoga has that. That's not really controversial in the world of yoga. So the next feature is a little bit controversial. And basically it has to do with our position. And, I don't have all the quotes with me, but basically in the Bhagavad Gita, which is, basically the book of, one of the primary books of yoga, wisdom and knowledge, it's described that we're spiritual in essence, but we're not just self-manifested. It's not like, okay, I'm spiritual in essence, but it's not like I created myself. We're all coming from an original cause or an original source. So it's really important to have this second part. Otherwise, because this makes it so it gives us direction for our meditation. If we don't have that, you won't know. It's just me and my self-contained experience, like I was talking about. It's just me, and I'm enjoying music, or I'm enjoying the mantra, or or some concept of meditation. It's just me. So what we're getting at is it's not just you. It's you in relation to the whole environment, to our surroundings, to other people, and most importantly, to the original cause, the source of everything. So then you start to get a better picture of what meditation is. It's more complete. Is that fair enough? You see what I'm getting at? It's kind of like, it's almost like we're talking about a spiritual version of, how everybody's concerned about the environment these days? It's like you can't just, it's just me and the world is there for me to enjoy in any way I can, and screw the environment, and I don't, you know what I mean? It's not. Our consciousness expands, our awareness expands a little bit, and we go, no, it's not just me. I've got to take into account my surroundings, the environment, and I learn how to live according to the environment. So similarly, you apply that same kind of understanding on the spiritual, in the field of spiritual knowledge. It's not just me. It's me in connection with the original cause, the source where I come from, and also in connection with every other living entity like myself, all of us. And so our meditation really takes into account all of that. If it's going to be, complete meditation, it will deal with that. So that's what we're doing. When we're chanting these mantras, it's a way of connecting spiritually with each other and with the original cause, because we're all actually related. There's a wonderful analogy. I say it every week pretty much. Every time I sit on this seat, I give this example, and it's contained in the Upanishads. I don't know if anybody's heard of those. The Upanishads are books of yoga wisdom from coming out of India, and the Upanishads, explain this connection in this abstract way of like the original cause is like the sun or like a great fire, and we're all like sparks coming from that fire. You ever, especially you can see it if you ever go out to the country at night, and sometimes they're burning, they're burning off timber, or there's a fire. Have you ever seen a country? Anybody ever seen that at night out in the country, a big fire? Well, I have. I always remember it. And anyway, massive fire. I think it was, they were burning off some, underbrush or something, like a controlled burn kind of thing to try and prevent bigger fires. So there's this controlled burn. And anyway, it was at night, and I always remember it, massive fire and all these sparks emanating from that fire, just going up into the sky. That's what we mean by there's an original cause, and we're all part of that original cause. We're a little spark of the fire, but we're not the fire itself, not that huge fire. So we're a part of that fire. So, but we're all connected, right? You can see the connection. Each spark is connected to the source, and so we're connected to each other. This is the complete, it's an abstract kind of understanding, but it gives us a really good idea of what the complete spiritual concept is the understanding. So this is what we're talking about when we're meditating. It's not just me having some little experience. It's me relating to, tuning into my connection with the fire and simultaneously with everybody else. So that's meditation. It's more than me just sitting on my own in a little corner somewhere trying to squeeze some experience for myself. But of course, in this meditation, we do have each one of us will be experiencing, individually, but we're experiencing basically our relationship with each other. And so it's not, if you think about it, it's what we all are really hankering for anyway. Even the person who's sitting there, they go off on their own and they're going to meditate and they're having some experience, they've got the earphones on or whatever, and they're having some experience. It can't stay like that indefinitely. Eventually, at some point, they're going to want to come out of that and what? Have a relationship with somebody. Preferably a nice, loving relationship. And I don't mean sexual necessarily. I mean loving relationship. So this is what we all want anyway. Am I wrong? The only people that don't want that are the people who've been burnt so much that they just give up altogether. No, I do want my earphones on, thank you. I'm retiring. I'm retiring from the love business. So, other than that, we all kind of want it. And even those people, they kind of, deep down they really want it as well. It's very natural. I experience sometimes, I'm walking down the street and, you hear these sayings of people, just smile or say something, be kind to somebody in some way and see what happens. And, you try it. And I'm saying all this stuff, but actually I'm a pretty introverted kind of person. I stick to myself a lot. But occasionally I'll get out there and, say something to somebody and they'll respond, and it's like there's a smile and there's a smile back, and it's like, oh wow, that was nice. I should do that more often. That was nice. So this is, everybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you feel like I don't want to talk to anybody, but when you do, it's kind of like, even if someone you don't know, I'm talking about people I don't even know. And it's like, oh yeah, hi. It's great. So it's just recognising the connection, and so we're not just talking about, far out cosmic stuff here. We're talking about practical. All these things can be applied on a practical level. One of the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita is it's not just to realise this knowledge, but it's a person who has this will be friendly to all living entities. This is a characteristic of a spiritual person. They'll be friendly to everybody. And why? And it's not unnatural. Part of the reason, some people are just friendly anyway, but, hard cases like me, we have to be taught that. And the Bhagavad Gita teaches that be friendly. But the basis of that friendliness, if you're a hard case like me, the basis is there. We just said before, we're actually all related anyway. We're all sparks of that fire. So it's like the friendliness is very natural. It's just very natural. It's not artificial. It's not, sometimes you might get a whack in the face or a rebuff in some way, but you don't let it worry you. You kind of just go, oh, well, guy's upset about something. Can't be angry at me. I didn't do anything to him. They just, they have that thing of triggering, road rage, that. It's like, and they're not really angry at the person. That's just the last straw kind of thing that set them up. They're already stressed out and really angry about one thing or another. So, anyway, what we before we run out of time, the point is that our meditation has to be in connection with what we were talking about, that example of the sun and the rays of the sun. Or to get more to it, to get away from the abstract and come to the actual deeper understanding, or the real kind of picture, is that we are a spiritual soul. We are a soul. We have awareness. We have consciousness. We have desires. So that's the characteristics of this little spark we're talking about. It's not just an energy. There's characteristics to the soul, to us. Is that right? We've got consciousness, we're awareness. I mean, we say it as if it's not, consciousness, awareness, desire. Think about it. That's far out. I'm conscious. I'm aware. Wow. This is amazing. And so then we learn, what's this fire? What's that? What's that? That's the supreme consciousness, the supreme awareness. So this is what we call, or sometimes as we say, we're like a little individual soul and there's a supreme soul. And our meditation is when we connect up, when we hook up. The individual soul connects up with the supreme soul. This is yoga or union. The word yoga, you may know, I think maybe a lot of people know these days, yoga means union or harmony. So if you think about that word, it must refer to spiritual harmony. It can't. There's no harmony, materially speaking, if you think about it. Where's the harmony when your body's falling apart? You're trying to hold it together. We're struggling to, do well on the material level, and, I'm looking around the room here, you're all pretty young. So you don't know, what's he talking about? I got harmony. I'll give it a few years. You'll find out.
He needs to borrow everyone's glasses.
What's that?
I said you need to borrow everyone's glasses.
Actually, I need to put mine on.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see us
Is that right? Gee, we've got a lot of honest people here tonight. This is very good. So so this is harmony that yoga talks about. You know, they talk about, you know, harmony of life and so on. Yes, it's nice, and we're nice to everybody, and we try and harmonise. But the reality is that our material situation is temporary, and as the body tends to wither away, so, you know, the things we used to do. Just ask, you know, when you get to the point where you can't even walk properly, let alone run. So, I want to run and be free. Yeah, okay. Do it while you can. So this harmony, so where is it? It's not that it doesn't exist, but it exists on that transcendental level, that spiritual level, which transcends all the problems of bodily life. That's where you're going to get your harmony. That's where you can get old fellas with even old bodies. They can be in real harmony. They can really be happening because they're experiencing the spiritual harmony. They're experiencing their connection with the Supreme Soul. The individual soul is experiencing their connection. So this is called dhyana, or meditation. When you focus your mind, this is dhyana. And when this meditation becomes saturated, I think saturated, or when this meditation becomes increasingly saturated with loving feelings, then this becomes what's called bhakti yoga. So has anybody heard of this word, bhakti? Bhakti? So bhakti yoga means the way of love and devotion. So there's different yoga practices. Dhyana yoga means meditation. It's kind of like a clinical, you know, very sort of clinical is the right word. Sort of it's just okay, meditating. It's just a mental thing. But sometimes your meditation can become tinged with emotions. Is that right? Yeah, it can. And you know, like you're focusing on somebody you love, and it's more deeper then, it's more intense. So bhakti yoga is a more intense form of dhyana or meditation. And it comes about when we start to really tune into this fact of relationship, what we're talking about, more than just the individual experience. So again, we come back to this whole thing of having a broader concept of it's not just me, it's me in my environment, so to speak. So that's how the meaning of bhakti yoga, when our meditation becomes saturated with loving feelings. And that's where, you know, you might have heard the expression spiritual love or like that. That's what it's referring to. And again, when we use the word love, it's not just, you know, me anymore, is it? As soon as you say love, it's not just me. It's loving exchange, loving relationship. That's what the real meaning of it is. I mean, people talk about love and self-love and stuff like that these days. When I don't know, when I was at school, we used to have this thing of, when I was younger, many years ago, I'm a guy, and I guess there was a different culture then, so I've got to be careful here. Not everybody's going to be able to relate to this, but I remember hearing little groups of girls would get, I'm talking 15, 16-year-old teenagers, groups of girls, groups of guys, you know, at school and stuff. And sometimes the girls would say things like, oh, that guy's such a pain, he's so in love with himself. Do they have that these days, or is that gone? Is that bad to say that? Anyway, it was a bad thing to be in love with yourself. back then. Oh, thinks he's so great. Thinks he's so. And sometimes guys would talk like that about girls too. Oh, she's so. I think I've entered into controversial territory here. Anyway, the point is that real loving relationships means that love means not just me, it means relationships with other people. So this is what's meant by spiritual love and harmony. And the way we get to that is by our meditation practice. By singing these mantras, these names of the Supreme Soul. And, in the beginning that can be kind of clinical. Sometimes we sit there and, like before, we're going the Guranga meditation, oftentimes, people sit with their back straight and saying one mantra or another. Oftentimes people in yoga classes will do Om. Om. Has anybody ever done that? Any yoga people here? No one? Yeah? Yeah. So this is what I call clinical meditation. It's kind of like just very matter of fact. And this Om represents, the spiritual whole, and you're tuning into this, trying to tune into the spiritual nature by this kind of meditation. So that's very good, and we do that sometimes here as well. In a lot of our yoga classes, the teachers will do that kind of meditation at the end of a yoga class. Or like tonight, we sometimes do that. But then we also do what's, a more musical kind of meditation as well, kirtan with musical instruments. And it's in this kind of kirtan that you can more, meditate with feelings, with loving feelings. It becomes easier, like with song, in a sense. Is that right? Sometimes you can, if you ever listen to a love song or something like that, and people get into that singing with, from a feeling of love. So the main point I'm trying to make is that a meditation, it's not just about me. It's not just me. It's me in connection with everybody else, tuning into the Supreme Soul, tuning into this, at least theoretically. It starts off theoretically for a lot of people, but as you actually do this practice, the theory becomes actual experience. The practice makes it so you transcend the theory and get to experience it. It's kind of like, it's any kind of, in a lot of schools they have that, they have the theory. You have your theoretical, you learn this and you learn that and you learn this. And then you go out and do it. And then that's when the theory becomes alive. And it's no more theory anymore, it's practical experience. So that's what this is too. I guess when we're talking here, it's theory. We're talking theory a little bit, and the actual practice, hopefully, it will, if you do it, it'll bring that theory alive, and you can experience what we're talking about more and more. It may not happen overnight, it's not going to happen overnight, although for some people it can happen very quickly, depending on our receptivity. So, is that okay? We'll leave it at that for tonight. Has anybody got a question about that? All good? Okay, well, I hope that was of some help or benefit. Or sometimes we do these talks, and people come and like yourselves, and I'm not sure what you know or don't know. And I'm kind of thinking, geez, I hope I'm not saying things that everybody already knows. Don't want to bore you with things you already know. But, you know, even if that's the case, it's not a big problem actually, because, you know, when we speak about yoga wisdom and these ideas, even if you have heard it before, it's actually very enlivening to hear it again. I sit here every week for years on end listening to my friend Tad when he talks, and I say, yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, I've heard that before. But it's still nice to hear it again and again and again and again. It's the nature of spiritual wisdom. It's not boring, ever. It's just ever fresh. It's ever new. Same with these mantras, the chanting. You figure, I'm going to chant a little bit now. I'm going to chant the Hare Krishna mantra for a few minutes, and later after dinner as well. I've been chanting this mantra for over 40 years. And either I'm insane or there's some real pleasure in this practice. And there's pleasure. Do I sound insane? Do I sound like a little bit of both? Well, that's the other part of it. You do go crazy. You go spiritually crazy. You get so... yeah, I guess that's the other thing we could just mention quickly before we wrap it up. When we're doing this meditation, you'll notice sometimes our kirtan, our meditation can be really lively and very upbeat to the point where people are dancing and so on. Or we can be kind of quiet, like we will be for a little while now. We'll see what happens later. It just really depends on who's in the session kind of thing, and how they're feeling. If people are feeling like, yeah, come on, step it up a bit, then we will. Or if everybody's feeling a bit laid back, then we'll do a laid back one. Okay, so what's happening up there? We're all good. Okay. So we're just going to have our dinner break now. We're going to bring out some food, and we'll have a break for about half an hour, and then we'll continue with kirtan. And I'll just, while they're bringing the food out, we'll just do another little kirtan for a couple of minutes. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Gopala, Govinda. Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Ranamohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Ranamohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Ranamohana, Gopala, Govinda, Okay, so thanks guys. Just enjoy the break, and we'll be back in about half an hour or so.
Gopala, Govinda Rama, Bhajana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Bhajana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana 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 Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Hey. 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 Radha, 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 Hey, Radha, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. 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 Thank you, everyone. That was beautiful. Who's coming up next? Tilaknama Das.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsi Ti Namini. Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namini Gaura Karuna Swarupa Radhe Krishna Prastaite. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Raja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribo. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribo. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Haribo. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Haribo. Haribo Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, 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 Haribo. Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya, sorry, Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda, 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 Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Chaitanya Nityananda 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 this chant, there's a chorus bit. Those of you who don't know it, the chorus bit is Radharani, Shaima Sundar. Shaima Sundar is another name of Krishna. Radharani is Krishna's eternal consort, Srimati Radharani. And then Vrindavan, Vrindavan is the eternal abode, and Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radharani, Shaima Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribol. Radharani, Shaima Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radharani, Shyama Sundara, Vrindavan, Haribol. Radharani, Shyama Sundara, Vrindavan, Haribol. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Let's go together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Haribol, guys. Now we get to enjoy Jiva Krishnadas's beautiful chanting.
So I guess we're going to continue in the mellow vein for tonight. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 Gopala,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, I think we've got one more.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, 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 Krishna, let's do this one all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Can we do one more, Catherine? Yeah. Okay. Just another short one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Okay, so that's it for tonight, everybody. Namaste to you all. It's a one-handed. So yeah, nice, very nice chanting with everybody tonight, and thanks to Beck for a beautiful dessert and for her regular harmonium playing. It's here every week. And thanks to all you guys, everybody, for all your contributions, coming and sharing your company with us, and making for a beautiful evening of chanting. So we'll hope to see you again next time. What's that?
Thanks for cooking.
Oh, thank you, Haribol. Thank you. All right, so I think that's it.